Lerone, right here.
Yes.
How's it feel to be back in your second home of Abu Dhabi? I feel like, what was it, the first 2-3 fights of your UFC career was just right here?
Yeah, this is my second home. Love Abu Dhabi. It's just like normal now. This is what I associate my career with now, like the UFC, Abu Dhabi, coming here, and I love it. Yeah, great hospitality.
And I guess how was fight camp coming out of the Edson Barboza fight? Because obviously we hear the stories. You know, you're never physically the same after fighting Edson, especially over 5 rounds. So I guess how much time did you take to recover from that fight to just go right into camp?
I'm superhuman. I was sweet after 2 weeks. I was back training after 2 weeks. So I feel great, man. I feel better than ever.
How good does it feel to know that you can get those 5 rounds under your belt, like not just in camp but in an actual fight?
Yeah, massive. Just for confidence and experience, I feel like that's leveled me up. Going into the trenches, them last 2 rounds are different.
And what do you make of Dan Ige as an opponent? Because obviously a lot of the guys that beat him, they go on to crack that top 5. Obviously some of them have fought and become champions. So what do you make of Dan as an opponent?
He's a solid opponent. He's been in the top 15 for like 4 or 5 years now. So you have to be good to keep your position there. It's a big test for me, and I believe after a win over Dan Ige, it's top 10 straight from there. So
do you view him as kind of a gatekeeper to the top 10, or is that just disrespectful to call him that?
Yeah, that's disrespectful. I don't think there's any such thing as a gatekeeper. If you're in the top 15, you're the elite of the elite in the world. Simple as that.
What did you make of him coming into that fight against Diego on like 2-3 hours notice?
Yeah, it's good, man. I would have done the same thing too. But yeah, that's what this sport's about. This is why the UFC is the best organisation in the world, because you don't see that nowhere else. We can still get dropouts, pullouts, and the next best person gets matched up anyway.
I have to ask because Dan brought it up too, but there was that fake news that you had pulled out of your fight and Gene Silva was taken. Did you see that? And
yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I was thinking, please don't jinx me. Like I seen it, but it's like I didn't really respond to it. I'm fit and healthy, and I'm feeling better than I've ever felt.
And then just last one for me. Can I just get your thoughts on the main event between Ilya and Max?
I'm 50-50. I change my opinion every 2 minutes, but if I had to go with one, I believe Topuria, because it's just on a run at the minute. But you can't bet against Max Holloway either. So yeah, man, I just want to see the fight as a fan.
Yeah, Lerone, how you doing?
Yeah.
Just a quick question for you about the state of UK MMA as you see it right now. Obviously, Leon got beaten by Bilal. There aren't really many UK top 10 prospects. Paddy's doing sort of his thing. What do you think is going on with UK MMA in general, English fighters in general, and who do you think amongst your peers should be the ones for us to watch out for moving forward?
Well, I believe UK MMA is on fire, actually. We've got 2 top featherweights in the top 15, just me, Arnold, Allen, and there's plenty more up-and-comers all over the world, or different organisations too, but I feel like we're on fire and we're only going to get better. There's going to be a few champions in the UK for sure over the next few years. There's so many fighters to look out for that you don't know about. Even my boy Jordan here, he should be in the UFC soon, hopefully. We've got my little friend Ibrahim, solid fighter. There's so much talent coming out of just Manchester alone, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Do you think you carry that with you these days, having that weight on your shoulders, that there is not a UK champion at the moment after Leon, and you want to be that next one? Is that sort of a weight on your shoulders, or you just do anything? What
about Aspinall? Got Aspinall as well.
That's true, but
best heavyweight in the world. But I don't carry no pressure ever. Like, to me, this is all a blessing, and I just believe that I'm just gonna go. Everything's meant for a reason, and I'm just gonna push as hard as I can. And obviously, my goal is to become champion, and I believe I can do that as well.
Does Aspinall beat Jones?
Say that again.
Does Aspinall beat Jones?
Right now, he does. Yeah, for sure.
That's all from me. Thanks, mate.
Oh, one more. What did you make of Ibrahim's win last week in PFL?
He's young, still growing. Dominant performance, though. He took out a 5-0 guy, and it was one-sided, 30-27. And he's young, he's 20 years old, so he's still learning that. I know how good he is. I believe he should have got that guy out there. but it's a learning curve for him, and I believe he's going to be a world champion.
What's the attention on him? Because obviously his brothers are big stars in Man U. So I guess what is obviously like the Dagestani fans themselves are just kind of rabid MMA fans as well. But like, what is the kind of the aura and hype around him that you see that on a daily basis?
It's real. He's my main training partner, especially for this camp. Stylistically and stuff like that, but he's good. He's good, very good as well. And he's picking up as he goes along, and I believe even his striking is good as well. So I believe he's going to be one of the best in the world at featherweight for sure. Thank you.